Hey guys, I'm here. iOS 18 Beta 2 was released to developers yesterday. Now, this particular update is not available to the public just yet. It will come in the coming weeks with iOS 18 Beta 3. But Beta 2 has some great features. You can look at that are going to be coming very soon to your iPhone. And first up, one of the biggest features we have in iOS 18 Beta 2 are live voicemail messages. And you may ask, well, how is this different from what we have right now? Well, right now, if somebody leaves you a voicemail message, it shows up on your phone and you can listen to it. However, if you miss that notification and they leave you a message, then it disappears after about 24 hours. What's different in iOS 18 is that now, when someone leaves you a voicemail message, it will show up in the Messages app itself. So if I go into my messages here, you'll see we have a new voicemail icon in the bottom left for recent voicemails. If I tap on that, it will show me a list of all my voicemails. I can see here this one is from an unknown caller. I can play it or I can delete it. It also shows up within the actual thread of the person who called. So if I go into this person's thread, ULLC here, there's the actual voicemail message showing up right within the thread. And I can play that voicemail directly from here. Now this has been one of the most requested features for the iPhone for a long time, and it's finally here. It's with iOS 18. So hopefully it makes its way to iOS 18 Beta 3 very soon. Next up, Apple added a feature that allows you to blur out your home screen wallpaper. This is something you used to have to use third-party apps for. But now you can do natively within iOS 18. If I go into my settings and go down to wallpaper, if I choose Customize Home Screen, then under Customize, Home Screen, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, there is now a blur option where I can blur out my background. So if I turn that on, you'll see it blurs everything out. Now you can customize how much blur you want, whether it's a little bit or a lot. You can even add a tint color to that blur. So if I tap on this color, I can change this to whatever color I want to be behind my icons, and it looks really nice. I think this is a great addition to iOS 18. Again, something that you used to have to get a third-party app for, now you can do natively in iOS 18. There is also a new feature that allows you to automatically add a caption to any video that you record. It's called Live Caption. To enable this feature, go into your settings, go down to Accessibility, scroll down to Audio and Visual, and under Audio Visual, there is a new toggle for Live Caption. Turn that on, and it says Generate Captions in Real Time for videos that you record. So if we go into the camera app here and we start recording a video, and we actually speak while we're re-recording that video, once we stop recording it, you'll see that it automatically generated captions for the entire video. You can scrub through those captions, and it's very accurate at what it does. Also, if you want to go back and add this to older videos, you can do that by going into your photo library, and if you tap on the Edit button, you can add live captions to any video that you recorded in your camera roll. This again is a huge accessibility feature that's coming to iOS 18. Now speaking of accessibility, we have two new accessibility shortcuts in iOS 18 Beta 2. The first one is called Back Tap, and basically it allows you to double tap or triple tap the back of your iPhone to perform certain actions. So for example, I could have double tapping the back of my iPhone open up the flashlight or triple tapping it launch the camera. It's very customizable and it works very well. And to enable this, go into your settings, go down to Accessibility, go to Touch, and then scroll down to Back Tap. The other new accessibility shortcut is called Assistive Access, and this allows you to control your iPhone using only one hand. So if I go into my settings and go to Accessibility, go to Touch, and then scroll down, you'll see there's Assistive Access. To enable this, you just toggle it on and then tap on Edit here. You can rearrange these buttons and make it easy to use one hand to control your iPhone. So you can see I have the Home button here, and I can move this around wherever I want. I can change the size, I can change the color of it, and I can even add more buttons if I want to. So if I wanted to add another button, I would tap the plus sign here, choose an icon, maybe the calculator, and then I can place that anywhere I want on the screen. Then if I go out of here and go to my home screen, you'll see there is that new Assistive Access button. And if I tap on that, it will bring up those buttons I created with one hand, making it easier to use my iPhone. One thing that's new in iOS 18 Beta 2 is a new widget for the Weather app. So if I go into my widgets here, you'll see that we have a new weather widget that shows a little bit more detail. We have the current temperature, the wind speed, chance of rain, and more. So if I tap on this, it brings up a larger version of that widget. So again, it gives you a little bit more information than the current weather widgets that we have. Also new in iOS 18 Beta 2 is a new sleep widget. So if I go into my widgets here and I go to the health section, you'll see that we have a new sleep widget that shows rings for sleep. If I tap on this, it will show me a larger version, and it shows my longest streak of good sleep as well. We also have a new option in the control center, allowing you to quickly connect to your AirPods. So if you go into your control center, swipe up from the bottom of the screen, you'll see there's a new icon for connecting to AirPods. So if I tap on this, it will bring up my AirPods and allow me to connect them quicker. Another feature that's new in iOS 18 Beta 2 is the ability to autofill passwords for smart home accessories. So if you have a smart home accessory that requires a password, you can now autofill that password from your iCloud keychain. So if I go into my settings and I go to passwords, scroll down to autofill, and then under autofill, you'll see we have a new option for smart home accessories. Also new in iOS 18 Beta 2 is support for the Vision Pro headset. Within the Vision Pro app, if I go into devices, you'll see that I have my Vision Pro headset connected, and there is a bunch of new options for adjusting the appearance of the headset. So you can change the eye color, change the color of the exterior, change the color of the headband, and even change the controller color as well. Finally, in iOS 18 Beta 2, Apple fixed a bug that was causing the iPhone 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max models to turn off randomly. If you were experiencing that issue, that should be fixed in iOS 18 Beta 2. So that's pretty much everything new in iOS 18 Beta 2, of course. We'll have more features with iOS 18 Beta 3, which should be out this week, so stay tuned for that. And also stay tuned for our upcoming iPhone 15 review. I have a lot of videos planned over the next few days and next week, so stay tuned for that. Of course, I'll link this wallpaper in the description like I normally do. If you haven't subscribed already though, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. As always, thanks for watching. This is your host. I'll see you next time.